It is typical of those born in or just after the war that they often have an "I hate waste" attitude. So clothes are mended, machines are tinkered with until they work again, and the leftover food accumulated during the week is put into a big potluck meal on Thursday evening. Nothing is wasted. The genius of Jesus' ministry is that he embraces tragedy, suffering, pain, betrayal, and death itself to bring us to God. There are no dead ends. Everything can be transmuted and everything can be used. Everything. It seems that everybody wants to take easy sides. It's so consoling for the ego to have an answer, to be sure that my position is the final and only true answer. Yet as Paul says, on the cross Jesus becomes the sin and the problem. He identifies with the wound, the pain and the suffering. He does not stand apart from it, but enters into it. Jesus tells Peter, "Peter, you must be sifted like wheat. And once you have recovered, then you in your turn can strengthen your companions." Until there has been a journey through suffering, I don't believe that we have true healing authority. We don't have the ability to lead anyone any place new unless we have walked it ourselves to some degree. In general, we can only lead people on the spiritual journey as far as we ourselves have gone. We simply can't talk about it beyond that. And that's why the best thing we can do for people is to stay on the journey ourselves. We transform people to the degree that we have been transformed. When we can somehow be compassion, not just talk about compassion. When we can be healed and not just talk about healing, then we are, as Henry Nouwen said so well, wounded healers, but not before. It always comes through the wounding. What we do when faced with our deepest wounds determines whether there is an authentic spirituality at work or not. If we seek to blame other people, accuse, attack, or even explain and make perfect logical sense out of our wounds, there will be no further spiritual journey. But if, when the wounding happens, we find the grace and the freedom to somehow see that it's not just a wound, but a sacred wound, then the journey progresses. Then we set out to find ourselves, to find the truth, and to find God. It's all about what each of us does with the wound. If we ourselves have never walked through some kind of suffering, whether it's betrayal or abandonment, rejection, divorce, loss of job, struggles with sexuality or whatever, we probably will give people head answers. We don't touch or heal their hearts because our own have not been transformed. I don't think it's any accident that in most of Jesus' healings, he physically touches people. He's showing that healing cannot be done through the head, through explanations, theories, theologies, or quick logical conclusions. It must somehow be a communication of life and love energy held even at the cellular level. And even through our suffering, pain, and loss, we are still unique individuals, still loved by that which we call God.
Brother, sister, let me serve you. Let me be as Christ to you. Pray that I may have the grace to let you be my servant too. We are pilgrims on a journey, we're companions on the road. We are here to help each other walk the mile and bear the load.
Good and gracious God, it is easy to get so caught up in the business and troubles of our own lives that we forget we are called to be transformers for justice in this world. There is so much pain, so much loneliness, so much sickness and loss, so much injustice in this world that it can sometimes seem like just the way things are. Let us never forget that creation contains the possibility of heaven on earth, a fellowship of humanity. Let us never forget that the teachings of Jesus, as well as the teachings of so many other great spiritual leaders, can lead us to a world where suffering is greatly reduced. Until that time, teach us not only to confront injustices, but to comfort those who suffer, and to be open to receiving comfort when we are the ones who suffer. Amen.